usual, CEO for Holdings and the co-founder of Digital Hustlers Hub. Hassan, could you please change it? As I mentioned, the co-founder of the International Digital Hustlers Hub. I have over 10,000 experience on working on online projects and building websites. And I'm the co-author of the Amazon best-selling Small Steps, Big Results book. What you will see on this, what I'm going to talk about, 5 killer tips to write the best call to action copies, 5 ways to supercharge your call to action buttons, and 5 fantastic social proof examples to get leads. Why conversion rate optimization is important. Does anyone have a website? Please raise your hand if you have a website. Do you think your website is an essential element of your business to generate leads for you? So, the way you use your website is basically you're driving traffic. You can use different kind of strategies to use, basically do that to SEO, PPC, social media, and email marketing. And this is the way you send basically people to your website. And the conversion rate optimization is basically what you do on your website. Because you can send thousands of people every day to your website, but if they're not doing what you want them to do on your website, if they're just coming to your website and they're just going and they don't download anything or they don't contact you, pretty much you wasted that money that you spent on SEO and PPC. So this is where conversion rate optimization comes into the picture. It helps you to convert the visitors into leads. So basically they will contact you or download something from you. What you need to know about conversion rate optimization is basically even a small change on your website can significantly increase how many people are buying your products or contacting you. When I say small things, even just changing a color, changing one word on your website can significantly increase how many people buy things from you. 5 killer tips to write best call to action copies. I will tell you a little bit about how many people knows what is a landing page. So only basically a few people. So I would say the landing page is basically that page where people arrive to your website. Very much it's a key element of your website. A landing page provides one key thing. The people come to your landing page, they read it, and they take the action that you want them, or they just leave it. And anyone who is leaving your page probably never will come back. So you have one chance usually to actually get them to do something. So the call to action copy is one of the most crucial elements on your landing page to make sure that you have a killer one. So the first thing that you really need to do is make sure that it's clear. It has to be clear. You have to tell the visitors why they should click on your button and do something on your website. What's the benefit they are going to get, and basically what problem do you solve? If you look at this example, this is a really good example. Basically, it shows that what is the problem that they solve for the visitors and what they want them to do. The second one is use clarifying words. Use clarifying words and that significantly increase the conversion. As I mentioned, basically just one word or a few words can significantly change things. So don't be afraid adding a few words to your call to action button. If you look at on the left-hand side, it's just said get your membership, which doesn't say exactly what will happen if you click on that. But on the right-hand side, if you look at it, it says find your gym and get membership. It's much more clear what will happen when you click on that button. And these few words, changing these few words, it increased the conversion rate by 213%, which is a huge change. When you do your call to action buttons, use actionable language. very much use a word like get, try, learn, discover, enjoy, hope, buy. Use these verbs, and after the word, you have to explain what value they are going to get in your website. A good example for this, like get your free ebook, enjoy a freebie on us, try it for free for 2 weeks. These are explaining. These are only a few words, but explaining exactly what will happen when they click on it. And the bad ones like click here and download now, when you just don't know what will happen if you click on this. So not effectively communicating what the user will get. It's basically results in less clicks on your website, less leads for you. If you look at on this example, on the bottom right corner it says download WordPress, which means you know that you will download WordPress, but it doesn't say to you exactly you are going to get it for free or you're going to send it to a checkout page and you will have to pay for this. The fourth one, just changing one word. For example, like get my free book or get your free book, can basically change a lot of things. How many people download an ebook. One of the case studies basically shows that if they use start my free 30-day trial, they get 90% better results than if they use you. And the second case study shows that if they use the second person, your, it has consistently outperformed mine. What does this mean? That actually, in one case it works the your, in the other case the my works better. It only means for different industries, different website, different audience, one of them is working better. What you need to do is basically test, measure, and optimize based on that, based on the statistics what you get. It's a key element that don't use many words basically on your call to action buttons. The aim is to inspire people to do some action on your website. Crazy Egg is a really popular and authority in the market. It says anything goes over 10 or 15 words is probably too long. By HubSpot says no more than 5 words is ideal. So very much the key thing is this is very much key thing that if you're using too many words, people won't read it and they won't click on it. And what we recommend is actually using 5 to 7 words. 5 is to supercharge your call to action buttons. And can you change to the next slide? This is a crucial thing, that using one action per page. Pretty much if you just give 2 actions, either saying like get people to download, you want to get people to download or contact you, just give these 2 options. Basically just these 2 options will just significantly decrease the number of people who take action on the website. Just only 2 options basically will get people into the decision paralysis, and they won't decide which one they just want to go away. And just focus on one action. If you want them to download an ebook, just have that call to action on your page. As I mentioned, more than one option is results in less conversion. If you look at this website, they have a few options what they want people to do. Either download an ebook or click on one of their articles or their About Us page. And basically this website is a lot of people will come and just go without actually doing anything on this website. If you go to the next slide, if you look at this one, basically they clearly specify what they want for the visitors to do. Just basically get in touch with them, and then click on the button, which is, I'm not sure if you can read it, but it says like how we can help you. That's the only thing that want people to do. The second way is basically you need to spend time with your visitors. You need to actually give them value. IQ metrics says, so basically asking someone to fill out a sales lead form on the first bit of content they view on your website, like asking someone to marry you on the first date. It's too much too soon. Basically what you need to do is give value, oh, bless you, give value to build trust and increase the conversion rate. You need to you can give value via email, blog posts, videos, different kind of channels. First thing, that's what you need to do, to give value. And the more value you give them, the more likely they will convert, and the more likely they will download your ebook or buy your product. On real urgency. I'm sure everyone saw that some websites says like download it now. But just having that word download it now, it's not creating an authentic urgency. So we explain why signing up or downloading something now is crucial. For example, is this counted only for 1 day or only for the first 10 people? And use a countdown ticker that shows that they have limited time to do this. If you look at this example, variation A basically it just says it's like a limited time offer. Variation B actually shows that there's a limited time. There's a time ticker that shows that only like 19 minutes left. And variation B basically perform better 300% than A. As I mentioned, only like basically just even small things, like changing small things on your website can increase significantly what you get out of it. Make your call to action button stand out. So use that type of shape and colors that is standing out of your website. Kissmetrics has a great article, Psychology of Colors, that shows that which colors actually showing that they're giving aggressive tones or urgency or luxury. If anyone is interested, find me on a break and I will send you the link to this article. Can you go back a little bit? So basically, Kissmetrics says like using your color recognition. So color increases brand recognition by 80%. Brand recognition directly relates to customer confidence. And when I mentioned shape, basically that everyone is used to it. That basically the button is a rectangle with rounded color. That's what we used to it. That's a button. If you use pretty much any type of buttons, probably you will lose probably you lose customers and clients. If you look at this example, the most outstanding thing on this website, the call to action button. If you look at this website, as I talked about the shape, that picture on the top is pretty much a button, but as no one is recognizing that button. Only a few people will click on it. We are crazy enough to click around the website. It's nice. Previously I mentioned that you need to test and measure and optimize based on the numbers, because the numbers don't lie. Use your statistics and based on that to your optimization. Creating stunning design may not result in high conversion. It may look brilliant and beautiful, but may result in less ideal clients, less clients. The number will tell you what is working and what is not. So test and measure, analyze, and optimize based on the statistics. If you look at this example, just changing the color and the shape of the button resulted in an increase of 35%. 5 fantastic social proof examples to get more leads. The social proof, just a little bit about what is a social proof. It's basically what other people's opinion. I'm sure everyone saw testimonials on web pages. Pretty much that's a social proof where someone else says about your business. You are providing an amazing service. And it's much more powerful when somebody else says about your business that's amazing than if you say about yourself. Ask your customers for reviews and testimonials and comments. If if you have like returning customers and clients, every time you do a job for them, ask for a new testimonial, because it's really impressive when someone sees that one client provided you like 5 testimonials. And in your testimonials and these comments, ask them to describe why your service and products are amazing. As I mentioned testimonials previously, on your landing page, always include testimonials. The video testimonials are better, much better than text testimonials. There was a research when they actually checked out which one performs better to actually watching a video or reading a text on a website. And most people watch the video. Nowadays we are really used to watching videos, so anytime you can use get a video testimonial, get a video testimonial from your clients. If you use text-based testimonials, have a photo of the client, text name, title, and the company name. The more you can show your service and product is used by real and trustworthy people, your visitors more likely will click on. If you look at this website, basically it's a landing page. We were organizing a webinar, and the most outstanding, basically the call to action button claim my spot now. And if you look at it, we used testimonials. Actually, you can see only 2 testimonials, but we had like 6 video news. So we listed up a lot of testimonials to show that we are actually working with real people and they like what we do. Case studies, that's another amazing thing to actually show people what you do and how amazing your services are. Just like with the testimonials, video cases are much more better. And what you need to include in the case studies, why they came to you, what you did for them, what was the result, and in the case studies always include the client's testimonial, and use a call to action button. A call to action, copy and the button to get them contact you. If you look at this, we have a case study on our website for a client. We actually increased their website speed with 1,300%, and that resulted in 100% more inquiries for them.
So I was just taking down what you put on the video case study. Can you go back one for me too? Case study.
If you find me on a break, I can send you the slides and if you go to the next one. Use social media counters on your website because that's another way of showing the social proof. The more social shares you have, basically that's more social proof for you. Giving discount for social share, that's one way you can use, basically encourage people to like your product or website. Also, you can do basically get them to share your product, get them to share your content before they read it, so you unlock it. Those social media counters are not effective. They are actually doing the opposite way. If someone sees that you have like 1 like or 2 likes, basically that's not working. They're actually like discouraging people to read it or to take action. If you look at it, we had a product previously. I'm not sure if you can read it. We had 132 likes. Basically, that's enough social proof to actually encourage people to get them to click on the button and purchase the product. Info product and email counters. Info products are from a form of social proof. If you mix it with a counter. So if you have an ebook, you can put it up there that how many people downloaded it. It's really impressive if already like 1,000 people downloaded it. The bigger number, the bigger the social proof. If you don't have a chance to do it dynamically, check it. You can basically write it down with a simple text and show that already like over 4,000 people downloaded it. And the fifth one, the last one, influencers. They have a well-known established reputation. If you can get in touch with influencers, and get them to send you a quote or say something about your product, that will really, really improve how many people get your product, how many people will sign up to your services. Also, as I mentioned, when influencers share your social posts, that also really, boost to your services. Having interviewing influencers is quite easier. It's easier to get an influencer to go on an interview than actually ask them to share something that they didn't use previously. So it's a way to get influencers to say something about your services if you get them on an interview. Also, I recommend do not spam influencers for quotes and social shares and interviews. Earn their attention, spend time to actually earn their attention. This is a social proof, basically, an influencer, from an influencer. Brandon Wolf, the VP of marketing of Lucid Chats, which is a really, really huge company, said something about Kismetrics, which basically boosted their sales big time. I will keep this Q&A. If anyone wants to ask questions, then find me on the break. We're going to organize a workshop on 27th of August. I will talk more about conversion rates and online credibility and lead generation. And if you come to that workshop, you can show me your website, and I will give you tips how you can improve it, specific tips related to your website. It will be in Central London. We don't know the exact location yet, and it will start at 10 o'clock. Originally, we usually charge £97 for this workshop, but for those who actually sign up and buy their tickets today, for £47.
You're using color psychology.
Hmm?
You're using color psychology.
Yes.
Here. Yeah, and font psychology.
Yes. Thank you for listening, and enjoy the rest of the event.